Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here. We live. It's going down. Who's next? 757 Radio. Come on now. This one is different. This one is big, ladies and gentlemen. 7 Cities Syndicate.
What up? What up?
What up? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Appreciate you having us out here.
Welcome to the headquarters.
Glad to be here.
Appreciate you guys for coming out.
No doubt.
You guys doing major things in the city. 2 legends, one night.
Yeah, we got Beanie Siegel and Styles P coming on February 13th, and it's also going to be hosted by another legend in his own right, Mickey Fax. So it's going to be a great night for hip-hop. We have been talking for a couple of months about putting something together that would do well at the Nova, trying to figure out, should we book one artist, should we book 2, how would it sell? And this is actually the second show that we've done in the last few months, because we did Project Pat on December 19th. So he was the first Nova show that we did. But the Beanie Siegel and Styles was the first idea that we had. And we thought they have a lot of credentials in hip hop in general, as real MCs, as street MCs, and you don't typically get to hear them two together. Like Styles and Beanie Siegel, you don't hear of a lot of shows of them two performing at the same time.
Styles has stayed relevant since day one. We were just talking about that at work the other day. The locks have stayed relevant. You know?
Into the mic a little bit.
Like, the fact that they've been around for so long and they ain't never fell off. They've always been present. So that was like, Styles is a no-brainer.
Okay, real quick too, gentlemen. Who we got in the building?
I go by the name of Shane Dollar, MC, DJ, producer, show promoter, do a little bit of everything, talent scout, a little bit of all that.
Rich KRK, producer, hip hop artist, pretty much it.
Okay.
I go by Dramatize, Drama 9, hip hop extraordinaire. Yeah.
Okay.
And me, it's your boy Gung Ho Camacho.
Energy, you see it?
Yeah, you know, I'm the energy field out here, and yeah, like all they said, MC, producer, engineer, videos. We're messing around with AI now. We're doing all kinds of stuff, but yeah.
Okay.
Jack of all trades.
We got a great group in the building. You know, coming together, it could be something major. You guys been doing it for quite some time now. You know, so let's talk about you guys' journey, and now let's talk about how you guys actually came together, man. 7 Cities Syndicate.
I was a solo artist for a long time. I've been making music for probably 25 years in Hampton Roads or so, and I was booking a lot of events. I was one of the first local artists to headline the Nova with my name out on the marquee. And when I started headlining it, I knew these guys from making music, so I would book them on my shows at the Nova. And from that, we started making music together, and eventually it just blended in where they felt like, because they were 7 City Syndicate and I was just Shane Dollar, and they extended the invitation for me to join the group, and it just kind of organically happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Jesse Dramatize over here has the beginning of the story, and then the other pieces kind of fit in from there. So I'm sure you can
know
let
what's
him in.
dope too? We don't really mention either. When we started the syndicate, the 7 City Syndicate, it was about like, you know, it's like the whole conglomerate, or like the super group, you know, that I was shooting for. But it was also like, it'd be dope if all these artists were from, like, you had the little dynamic of the 7 cities, you know what I'm saying? So like, we've kind of all located to the beach, but I was in Norfolk when this started. We had Suffolk, we had Virginia Beach. I mean, Rich was borderline Chesapeake, I guess, at one point. So it was like really a piece of the 7 cities, you know, amongst that. I didn't really brought that up ever, but
No,
that was
we
another.
didn't,
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, but
Little fun fact.
he started the group. There was a couple other guys in the group to begin with, way back in the day.
Yeah.
And then I was cool with Drama. I did some music with him, with my homeboy Hawk, rest in peace. And unfortunately, we lost him around 12 years ago. And when we did, I started going to the studio with him, and it started with a song that my homeboy had done, but it wasn't finished.
Yeah.
And he came over to my crib, and we was, in my sunroom or whatever, watching football, chilling, and he was playing me the song.
Yeah, he laid the verses.
Yeah, there was no hook. So
But
I'm doing the hook with him, like just messing around, coming up with ideas or whatever. And we had something, and I was like, hell yeah, that's dope, bro. Like, good shit. He's like, oh, you need to get back in the studio with me, da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I was dealing with a lot of family shit at the time. And after he passed, just when we was on the phone talking or whatever, I was like, yeah, fucking goddamn. He was playing me one of y'all new joints. He was working on the hook. And he's like, well, you think you remember that shit? And I was like, yeah, I remember it. So he was like, well, shit, come through and lay it. So I came through and laid it, and then added a little.
It was fire.
Yeah.
Like, he spit it in the studio, but for some reason never laid the hook that night, and then didn't get the chance to before he passed. And then Rich was like, I know that hook. He wrote it like we wrote it. He wrote it in front of me, and I was like, you remember that? He was like, yeah. He came by, spit it, and I was like, that's it. Like that's what it was. And they sounded a lot alike too, because they were so tight. They had a similar kind of voice tone, so it was
Okay.
Yeah, that shit.
But that just
That's how you got into
that
the group.
morphed from me just doing music every once in a while and just kind of bullshitting with it. It turned into me doing music every weekend.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, like we had videos and songs together, and it was eventually like, bro, you SCS, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you're your own artist, but we do so much together. I mean, you're basically SCS. And at that time, one of their other artists had kind of like faded out of doing music a little bit. So I kind of helped fill that void of having another rapper in the group. So that's how I joined or whatever.
So listen, man. Y'all definitely all over, like 7 cities, all over the city. What's some major highlights and moments within the group?
As a group, some of the major moments we had, we've done several records with national acts, and I think some of that is some of the stuff that we're the most proud of. Like, we've had them come to our studio in our homes and work with us. Like, we had Cannabis, Razcast, Mickey Fax, Nature from the Firm.
For me, that's probably the pinnacle so far was Nature, because that was one of my favorite artists from the Firm with Nas, AZ, Foxy Brown, Cormega. Like, he was on Band from TV, had the first verse, and that was back when the hip hop was at its pinnacle, in my opinion. But we were able to bring him out. Not only did we do a video and a song with him, which was dope, we actually performed our song with him on stage with him together. Yeah. And like I go back and watch that, every now and again, and it's just like, damn,
it is crazy.
It might not seem huge to certain people, but when you a big fan of an artist and you never thought that you'd do a song with them, and you finally do, and you perform with them on stage, I mean that was kind of a big deal for me.
Yeah,
surreal sometimes.
Goho had
Keith Murray, man.
Keith Murray at his house. It's like in the studio
recording at his house,
feeding him like
Yeah,
Alfredo.
He was hungry.
Like,
Maybe some.
those
some
are
leftover Alfredo.
those are
He
key
came in with it.
highlights for me. Like to sit back and burn and just chat it up with Nature and just on just some everyday shit.
But so I'm gonna say this: one of our really biggest highlights was this Project Pat show that we just did. We hadn't done a show in 5 years, right?
Talk about it.
Our first show out the gate after 5 years was at the Nova in front of almost 700 people with Project Pat. That was our first show in 5 years. And, I'm biased, but we went out there and we tore it down. The fans really liked us. We sold a lot of T-shirts, CDs, bracelets. We made some money on merch. Like, they really rocked with us. So that was a new defining moment as we come back out into the fold.
I like that. I like what you guys are doing, man. And 2026, new year, and I see so much coming up. You guys got history, but still pushing in the present.
Right.
You know what I mean? Really pushing towards the future, still pushing towards those goals. So let's talk about some future events, some future things you guys got coming up.
We got multiple events coming up. Like
Shoot, tomorrow,
Saturday.
We got 2 days from now. Shane got a listening party for his new album from the producer's desk, where he produced his own album, and got a bunch of features from some dope industry artists as well. So I mean, anybody that sees this, I don't know if they'll see this before then, but that's one thing. So by the time people do see it, it's probably gonna already have happened.
Right.
But that's the next thing on the agenda. But we gonna be re-releasing Arriva Dirce, which is the album we just dropped a few months ago. We're gonna drop a deluxe version of that, where we're gonna have a few artists come in, do some remixes to some of the stuff we done, and add a couple of new songs as well. So that's the first couple things that we got, other than these shows that we're gonna be doing as well.
Right.
I know Shane can roll them off real quick.
Yeah, I got it all in my mind.
Yeah.
As he said, I'm doing the album listening party for my project, and this is not a show. I'm not going to be rapping in front of you and performing. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have food, beverages. I'm going to give out merch for free, and people are going to come sit down and listen to my album in its entirety, and just be able to listen to the music and take it in, because I want people to listen to the words. I don't want it to be in some loud, crazy atmosphere in a club or a bar. I want people to feel what I'm.
So everybody will have their own headphones type of thing, or like listening?
No, there won't be no headphones, but there'll be a DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll talk in between each song. Somebody's going to be interviewing me about the songs, the features, live on the spot, and then the audience can ask questions as well.
I like it.
So that's the first thing we got coming up. And then on the 30th of January, we wanted to throw a bone to some artists who don't get a chance to get on the Nova stage and who may have never had that opportunity.
Well, just to chime in on that, the reason even further is because we got a lot of people reached out when we started putting it out there that we were going to be doing a show with Project Pat and a show with Beanie Siegels and Styles P. Like, people, hey, can we open up? Let's rock on stage, this and that and the third. And it's like you can't put everybody on that stage.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And there's a lot of dope artists out here.
Talk about it. Uh-huh.
So it's like, what's the best idea? You know what I mean? And that would what we thought. Shane kind of sparked. It was like, what if we have a contest? You know what I'm saying? Where we let people come out, show what they can do on stage. See how the crowd reacts to them. See if they can bring people out. See if they really serious about it, or if they just like hoping that they get a shot and like they come out and we don't, they don't push the show. They don't, actually grind, before the show and help put people out in front of you and then also kill it. So, it was a dope idea that Shane kind of came up with when we all supported it and was like, yeah, let's do this shit.
Yeah, basically it's going to be a competition where the artist wins a 12-minute set at the Nova for Beanie Siegel and Styles. And we've had about 18 or 19 artists sign up. So we're going to have 3 judges judge it, which I'm not going to judge, but we'll have 3 non-biased people judge the event and pick a winner. And that winner gets a set at that show. And that's at Scandals on the 30th of January. So
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, too,
Artists,
though.
you hear that? Artists, tap in.
That's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but it's not even just that. I mean, all the artists that are coming get a ticket to the show.
Yeah, every
So
artist.
it's like, even if you don't win, you get a ticket to the show, you know
That's
what I'm
fine.
saying? And you still, like, it ain't like it's just like, sorry, you know what I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
you're still
like,
a part of something.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
like
mean?
that.
So
I
that's
like that.
an
This ain't
incentive
a
to sign
money
up.
grab, Hey, everybody leaves with some,
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then after that, we follow it up with the Beanie Siegel and Styles show on February 13th. And then Friday night, day before Valentine's Day. Ladies, if you're looking for something to do for your man for Valentine's Day weekend, why not take him to see Beanie Siegel, Styles P, and Mickey Fax and 7 City Syndicate?
You see it.
You don't want to be owing your man on Valentine's Day.
That's right.
Let's be real, though. Valentine's Day ain't about us.
Hey, this year it is.
Talk about it.
It's about us this year.
Come on, 7 Cities is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. So 2 legends one night, Styles P, Beanie Single. It's on the way, February 13th. Make sure you guys be there. Get your tickets. Is there any other?
Yeah, we got so following up that, we have a show during MEAC weekend on the Saturday night of the MEAC tournament at the Nova, which is going to be a 2000s Crunk Fest that features Trillville, Pastor Troy, and Fabo from D4L So that's going to be a real turn event because MEAC always brings a lot of people to the area, and it's mostly old heads. They're going to be looking for something to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're going to come turn
Take
up.
it back.
Yeah, take it back, definitely. Definitely.
But we're also going to be holding a competition for that show as well, and that's going to be on February 28th at Riff House Pub. So we're going to be announcing that soon and putting the flyers out for artists to come try out and be on that show.
Okay.
And then we got a couple of more shows in the fold. We're doing a show on May 2nd at Scandals with Joe Mafia of Wu Syndicate, formerly of Wu Syndicate, Wu-Tang Clan affiliates from here in Hampton Roads. And we're just going to be giving him some flowers because he's one of the ones from around here that made it to a higher level. And we want to give him his own event. So we're doing that with him. And then we got the Loonies coming in June. And if you don't know the Loonies, I got 5 on it. Yeah, so we're doing them in June. And then we're going to be adding more stuff, sprinkling stuff here and there. But that's just the stuff that...
Come on, that's half the year already planned out, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Come on now, these guys is definitely working, definitely on the move. Come on now, 7 City Syndicate is here. They got a lot to offer, a lot coming soon. Make sure you guys tune in. You know? So, you know, any advice for the artists? Any advice for upcoming artists looking to hop on them stages? I know you just was speaking about it a little bit, right? But let's talk about, because you guys are in the industry where you guys are actually working and shaking hands with high level talent and artists. So, you know, what's some advice if artists wanted to kind of get in those rooms and meet these people and shake hands?
The advice that I have is number one, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. You know, you could do it yourself. There's a lot of things out here. If you have enough initiative and drive, you can do them on your own. Nobody taught us the ropes on how to connect with these people and get in these rooms with these people, how to put these shows together. We just had the drive and initiative to do it. And, you know, we took the steps and went through the channels and made it happen. And knowledge is right at your fingertips these days. Utilize the internet. Everything is right there for you. So, you know, the business part of it, you can do it on your own. You really don't need anybody to help you or do it for you. But if you do want some help, you know, you got people like us who are willing to extend a hand, get you into venues you may not have dealt with, introduce you to artists you didn't know before, connect you with a celebrity if you want to get a feature with them or work with them. You know, we're willing to share our knowledge. And, you know, we need more people like that as well who's willing to help out.
If I could give advice, I'd say don't be scared to invest in yourself. And I don't mean you got to put, you know, obviously, you know, until you start making money off of it, it's hard to invest with so much. But just from my experience, you know, I never really took it that serious as far as like thinking I was gonna make a whole bunch of money off of hip hop or my music or anything like that. I really just did it because, like I said, my best friend passed away. I ended up falling into it. It was my therapy. I loved it, and I just couldn't see myself not making music. But one of the things that I did was, unfortunately, I mean, it's kind of the same story, but after my mom passed, you know what I'm saying, like it was hard for me to write. Like, kind of had writer's block. I just couldn't get it out. I was chatting with Drama, and we went up to Guitar Center, and I bought an MPC. I dropped like $1,500, I think it was, on an MPC. Never made a beat in my life, you know what I mean? But I always just felt like I could. I felt like I had it in me, and I wasn't able to write at that moment. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna invest in myself. I'm gonna try to learn this shit. And then literally within about 3 months, I had written.
He can't turn the computer on either.
This is facts.
NPC.
This is fact. Well, close to facts. But I about 3 months later, I had made my first solo album, Exit Wounds. Y'all go check it out. It's everywhere. Andrew Coleman, if anybody knows him, he is an engineer for Pharrell, The Clips.
Justin Timberlake.
He's done so much. He's got platinum plaques, whatever. He actually brought me into the studio, which was Timberland's old studio, and helped me make that album. And it really just came from buying an MPC. And then my writer's block started to go away. I started to make some of my best records ever. And then at the same time, I learned how to produce, which in the studio with him, you remember, was it Crown? No, what's the name of the old Timberland studio?
Thomas Crown.
Thomas Crown. I don't know what it's called right now, but anyhow, in there, he taught me so much more, you know, how to track out my beats, how to put effects on them, just so many different things. But if I hadn't invested in myself, I would have never gotten to that step, and I wouldn't be a producer and have songs where I produce with, you know, artists that, you know, I never thought I'd be on a song with, let alone produce for. So
keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. Keep going. Look, if to be doing it at the age that we are and the length that we've been doing it, you got to have some passion for it, and you got to really love this, because I've seen a lot of people give up on it, and you know, they use that age stigma as a thing when it comes to hip hop. You know what I mean?
Well, right. So, question, right? In order to do it for so long, you got to have some type of course, passion for it, but it has to be working for you, right?
Right.
Some people may stop, and maybe because it wasn't working for them.
Yeah, some people stop if they don't, you know, you feel like you're not supported. People aren't coming out to your events. People aren't buying your music, things like that.
But once again, you got to keep going until you get that. But like, yeah.
But that happens to everybody. It happens to all of us. All of us have experienced like having events where I can't get nobody to buy a ticket to my show.
Everybody gets stagnant at some point.
But you got to keep going.
I'd say to everything that I've learned to this point, because my advice would have been different a year ago, but network, I'd say network, man, but three things: network, stay humble, and stay true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're being true to yourself, because we're all in the older demographic here, and most of the artists that I mess with are older cats. And they come from the same cloth. When we deal with them, it's all respect. You know, you get the same respect you put out, man. You know, and I mean, you're gonna come across a certain artist that got a head about him, and you know, you're like, hey, kind of an asshole, you know. But it's respect is given. It's where it's at. So just network. I'd like to see networking more, you know, and that's what's been happening lately.
Yeah, we've been connecting with a lot of people.
I've been seeing a lot of new people wanting to network. And that's what I've been screaming about for a long time.
What you got, Mike? You know? What's your advice to the up-and-coming artists, Mike?
Tell them, gung-ho.
I would just say set goals for yourself, and if you don't know how to achieve them, you got Google. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out here trying to learn AI videos at 42 years old. You know, if I can learn AI videos, you guys can learn how to record, mix, master.
Come on now.
Videos, all that kind of stuff. So don't make excuses for yourself. Just find answers.
And speaking on networking, I know Rich just mentioned that we're about to release a deluxe version of the album we dropped last year, but I think we had 5 songs to it. And one of them is a really big single that we got coming. And it features my man from the front room up there, Mr. T-Rific.
Shout out T-Rific.
We got a record with T-Rific. We just shot a video for it with Dame Stacks the other day. And this is one of those records that feels really big. Like, it feels like something that can go viral. It's something totally different than what people normally hear from us. You know, we are normally on some boom bap, hardcore hip hop, you know, punch you in your face shit. You know what I mean? Like
bars on top of bars.
That's what we like. That's what we like. But this joint right here, we went outside of our comfort zone, and you know, T-Rific crafted this beat, and he did the hook on it. And it's just something more positive and happy and more feel good. And I think it's going to be probably one of our best videos and records that we've ever done. And we're going to be releasing that here in about a week or so.
Okay.
The video is fire.
Yeah, Dame Stacks killed the video.
It's going down.
Yeah, man.
It's going down. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, 7 Cities Syndicates is here. You know what I mean? These guys is definitely moving and shaking in the city. Make sure y'all tap in, follow all the socials. You know, it's going down, man. Any last words before we get out of here?
Yeah. I don't know if this will come out in time before the voting stops, but if it does, I'm gonna shoot it out there just in case. You know, for Veer right now, you can go to any one of our pages. We're sharing it like crazy, but we're up for Hip Hop Artist of the Year and Video of the Year for Solo Cup. So if this comes out in time, find the link, vote every day.
Yeah, you can vote once a day, it looks like. We are nominated for Veer Magazine Hip Hop Artist of the Year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Veer Magazine Video of the Year. And so this is big for us because as a group, we never even got nominated by them. For them to
That
take
was another milestone. I
Yeah,
guess,
that
Okay.
was a
You know,
milestone. For
win or
them,
not, just for me to be nominated was like cool. You know what I'm saying?
for them to take notice of the work that we've done
Right,
this
right.
year, it means something. You know, I won Hip Hop Artist of the Year in 2018. This is before I even joined the group. But later that year, I joined the group. But in 18, I won it, and I was nominated 4 times before that and never won it. But I'm really want us to win it this year. I feel like the fourth quarter of the year this year, we put in a lot of work, like more work than we ever put in with this grind. As far as the shows, the music, production, like we were in the lab. And it shows in the music. The music is amazing. If you can go to all streaming platforms, look up Arriva Dirce by 7 City Syndicate and listen to this album. This is like our crown jewel. But right now I'm feeling like it's only more to come. I think
That's gonna be my last words. Is that the camera right there?
Of course.
2025. You know, we came back alive, but 2026 is gonna be even bigger. Not just
man.
the things that Shane talked about. You know, we all plan on dropping EPs. We plan on reinventing ourselves, changing our name maybe, and going in a little bit of a different direction with certain things. But 2026, better watch out.
Yeah, and we starting early. We starting early in 2026.
Yep,
We
early.
dropping my album right here within the first 2 weeks. Everybody in the group is dropping their own individual project this year. We're also teaming up with a really dope group called GKD and forming a group called The Gun Line with all of us together, kind of like a Wu-Tang type feel. We're going to drop an album with them. So we got a lot of things in the works. And, you know, I'm not going to say that the Syndicate won't put up another album this year. I won't count it out either. The way that we working.
Got to. So it's going down. Who's next? 757 Radio, 7 City Syndicates. We live.